the two sisters went into labor on the same day. The elder sister gave birth to a radiant golden phoenix egg, while the younger sister laid a pitch-black crow egg. Upon seeing this, her husband furiously smashed the crow egg onto the ground. He accused his wife of betrayal. As a noble rock, married to a peacock, how could he possibly father a crow? The woman was utterly confused. She had no idea what had happened. But the man had no time to investigate further, because he suddenly remembered. The Peacock King had once declared that whoever gave birth to a phoenix egg would have a husband destined to become the king of all birds. Now that the elder sister had the phoenix egg, he had completely lost his chance at the throne. Blinded by rage and resentment, he twisted his wife's neck with his own hands and announced to the world that she had died in childbirth. However, perhaps out of divine mercy, the woman was reborn, back to the day she and her sister were to choose their husbands. At this moment, the Peacock King was asking the men if they were willing to marry her. The man scoffed in disdain. Without hesitation, he pushed her aside and chose the second princess instead. Right then and there, he exposed her secret, declaring that her bloodline was impure. It turned out, her mother had once been involved with the Rock King's uncle, yet she later married the current Rock King and gave birth to her only 3 months later. She had always claimed to be a peacock, but had never revealed her true form. Hearing this, the woman instantly realized the man had been reborn too. Seeing the smug triumph on his face, she merely smirked coldly. In their past life, they had never been able to conceive a phoenix egg, and only she knew the reason why. The man was not a rock. He was nothing more than a lowly crow. The Peacock King, unsettled by the revelation, demanded that she reveal her true form to prove her lineage. But before her mother died, she had strictly warned her never to expose her true form in front of outsiders. So instead, she made a bold decision. She chose a pheasant standing nearby as her husband. As long as she could lay a noble egg, it would prove her bloodline on its own. The man and the younger sister burst into laughter, mocking her choice. They were convinced that a pheasant was weak and lowly, and could never produce a noble heir. Once she laid a worthless egg, her reputation would be utterly ruined. Even the pheasant himself was nervous. He knew his humble status, and he still remembered how the woman had once saved his life. He feared that his bloodline would only drag her down, but the woman merely smiled. Then, at last, she revealed her true form. She was none other than the legendary five-colored peacock, a royal breed of unmatched nobility. With her bloodline, even if her mate was a pheasant, their offspring would still be peacocks. Just then, her younger sister rushed over excitedly. She bragged that her husband had risked his life to find the mythical immortal grass to help her conceive a phoenix egg. But the woman only sneered coldly. In her past life, she had tried that so-called immortal grass too. It was not a miraculous treasure. It was a death sentence. She kindly warned her sister not to be fooled by appearances, but her sister refused to listen. She thought the woman was merely jealous, afraid that she would give birth to a phoenix and steal everything from her. Arrogantly, she ordered the woman to kneel before her, but the woman was not one to back down. She raised her hand and delivered a sharp slap across her sister's face. Just then, the man rushed over. Seeing his wife being struck, he was about to retaliate against the woman, but at that very moment, the sky suddenly changed. A divine omen appeared, the sign of a phoenix about to be born.